Today, students, we are going to do Chapter 2 of Standard 6, The Living World. So come along. Hey, this video was made just for you. Do remember to like, share, and subscribe. Now, look at this picture. I want you to draw two columns in your notebook and mark it as living thing and non living thing. Now, see the picture carefully and list down all those things that you see. If you find that it is living, then put it in the living thing column. And if it is a non-living thing, then put it in the non-living thing column. Now, what do you notice? What are the similarities or differences between the two things? So, in this lesson, we are going to learn the various features or characteristics that make up for a living thing. That is, what are the distinguishing features of a living thing? Now, there are many kinds of plants and animals around us. Now, they show similarities as well as differences. It means there are many things that are same between the two, between the living, between the plants and animals. And there are many differences that we find between the plants and animals. Yet, with the help of certain features, we can tell that they are all living things. Now, these features are not seen in non living things. So, they have common things which are common to all living things, whether they are plants, whether they are animals, whether they are microorganisms, or different kinds of animals, that is, whether they are birds, whether they are reptiles, whether they are, fishes. So, all of them will have special features which tell us that they are living things. Such features are said to be the characteristics of living things. Now, here again, look at this picture carefully. So, what differences do you see between the young ones and the adults in the picture? In the first picture, you see two young children. Then you find a young girl and a boy. Then you find a lady and a man. And in the final picture, you find that there is an old man and an old woman, as well as you find a small puppy there. There's also a hen. And if you look at the picture behind them, in the first picture, there is a small sapling. In the second one, the sapling has grown into a small plant. And then we find that it has grown into a tree. And lastly, the tree has grown wide and strong. So, a baby grows up to become an adult person, woman or man. Now, during this period of its growth, the baby gains weight and height and strength. Now, in the same manner, all animals grow into adults in a certain period. Now, generally, human beings require 18 to 21 years of this growth. That is, to grow from a baby to a young adult, it takes about 18 to 21 years of age. Now, I want you to find out how long it takes for various animals to grow. That is, grow into adults from the babies to the adults. That is, a hen. A hen lays eggs and then the eggs hatch out and we find chickens coming out. So, how long does it take for these chickens to grow into young adults? Find about a calf. So when a calf is born, and how long it takes for it to become a full adult, how long it takes for a puppy to grow into a dog. And similarly, you can do it for various other animals and compare what you have written down. See whether how long does an baby hen takes, that is a chicken, take to grow. How long does a calf take to become a young adult? How long does a puppy take to become a young adult? In the similar way, you can find about a cat or maybe a pigeon and so on. Now, you can try this activity. Take a small plant, that is a sapling, and tie a thread to the tip of it and the other end of the thread to a nail on the wall. Now, leave it as it is. near wherever it was. And then after about 10 to 15 days, watch it. You will notice that now the plant has grown and the thread has become a little loose. Okay, first you have to keep the thread in its stretched position, and then after 10 to 15 days, you will find that the plant has grown. So, this little experiment tells us that even plants grow. So, in all plants, it is mainly the width and the height of the stem that grows. So, as they grow, some plants develop branches while others do not. So, some plants have branches, some do not. Some go like creepers, they go in one direction only, they hardly have any branches. But some plants will branch out, they will have many branches, many leaves, then flowers and fruits on them, and they'll grow into a big plant or a big tree. Look at these set of pictures. In the first picture, you find that there are two little saplings. In the second picture, we find that these saplings have grown into young plants. In the third picture, we find that these plants have now grown into trees. The first has grown into a banyan tree, and the second has grown into a coconut tree. So we find that all living things, whether plants or animals, keep growing. But animals, that is, including you as human beings, grow only till a certain period of time. Then the physical growth stops growing. That is, we had seen it in the previous picture when a young child grew into a young adult and then into an old person, and then the growth stopped. But we know that even though we animals, that is animals and human beings, do not grow from the outside, but internally all our organs are still growing, and there are a lot of changes that are going on inside our body. Now look at these set of pictures. In the first picture is a mango tree, in the second picture is the banyan tree, and in the third picture it is a peepal tree. So, what is the special feature that you see in these three pictures? They have grown big and wide, and they have spread out. Okay, now let's look at this next set of pictures. Now, these are pictures of the bamboo tree, the coconut tree, and the toddy palm. So, what is the similarity we see over here? We see that they are growing straight and tall, and they are not spreading out. So they go straight and tall, and they hardly have any branches in them. Now, food is necessary for growth. We require food to grow. In order to grow, food is very very essential. Now, plants make their own food in the presence of sunlight. So, sunlight is very essential for the plants to produce their own food. Now, how do they do that? They take all the nutrients and water from the soil, and in the presence of carbon dioxide, they take the carbon dioxide from the air. And with the help of sunlight, they are able to produce the food. That is, the leaves are able to produce the food because the leaves have a substance called chlorophyll in it. So that is the green coloring that it gets. The green color substance in the leaves is the chlorophyll. So that helps the plants to produce their food with the help of sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and the nutrients that they take from the soil. So this whole process of producing food by the leaves is called photosynthesis. Now, during this process, the leaves take in carbon dioxide, but they give out oxygen. So, this is how the plants are able to produce their own food, and so they are called autotrophs. That is, they produce their own food. Now, let's understand how other animals take their food for their growth. Okay, so this is also a characteristic of living thing. Now, we know that plants produce their own food because they have chlorophyll. But animals, however, do not have chlorophyll. So, they cannot produce their own food. They have to go in search of their food. So, animals such as the goat, sheep, horse, they eat grass. Other animals, like the birds, will peck at grains. Some birds will consume fish or other insects directly. Animals like the lion, tiger, they attack other animals, grass eating animals, and they will consume them. So that is how different animals can, consume food for their growth. Even though they are not producing food, they procure this food. They get the food in nature. Do solve the textual exercise. And to check the answers for the textual exercise and for more free worksheets, please visit our website at www.jkacademypro.com. This was part 1. For a complete lesson, please watch all the other parts.